Okay, before we get started, I need to tell you something important about me. I have a hearing disability. I'm hard of hearing, and while I've learned to live with it, sometimes I'm reminded of just how vulnerable it can make me. This is one of those times. This happened about a year ago, right after the holidays. I live in this really quiet suburban neighborhood in southern Quebec, right up against a forest. It's one of those places where you recognize pretty much everyone, and that familiarity always made me feel safe. During the winter, I love taking my dog Monty for walks on the forest trails. He's a Rottweiler and Husky mix super, energetic, protective, and normally fearless. The trails are easy, and I know them like the back of my hand. That afternoon, after a late lunch, I decided to take Monty out. Fresh snow had fallen overnight, blanketing the paths in this perfect white layer, only broken up by a few boot prints and some yellow patches left by other dogs. Since the sun set so early in the winter, most people were already home. About 30 minutes in, we hit a fork in the trail. One path had clear footprints, but the other was completely untouched. Feeling a little adventurous, I chose the fresh path. It led us to a small, quiet clearing. I pulled out the binoculars I'd just gotten for Christmas, hoping to spot some birds. As I was scanning the tree line, something caught my eye. A blue tarp. It looked like some kind of makeshift shelter tucked away just beyond the trees. A weird chill went down my spine, but it was getting dark, so I decided not to investigate and just turned back the way I came. That's when Monty started acting strange. Instead of running ahead like he usually does, he was sniffing the ground like crazy, ears perked up, his whole body tense. I followed his gaze and looked down at the snow. There were footprints. They were way bigger than mine. I stopped and compared them to my own boots. Definitely not a match. And there were no other forks on that trail. That meant whoever made those prints had passed right by me, without me noticing. I tried to rationalize it. They must have walked by while I was distracted with my binoculars. I told myself not to overthink it. As we kept walking back, Monty suddenly froze. Then he started barking loud, aggressive, and pointed directly behind me. I spun around. A man was standing less than a meter away. He was tall, probably 6'4", wearing charcoal snow pants and a white camouflage jacket. His hands were buried deep in his pockets. He was just standing there, motionless, staring at me. His lips were moving, like he was talking, but I couldn't hear a single sound. It was too dim to even try and read his lips, and I had no idea if he was speaking English or French. I tried to gesture that I couldn't hear him well and that I needed to go. He didn't respond. He just kept staring. My heart was pounding out of my chest. I finally just walked past him, Monty growling the entire time. I got home around 4:30 p.m., and by then it was completely dark. I tried to get back to my normal routine and just forget the whole creepy encounter. But around 3 o'clock in the morning, Monty woke me up by licking my hand. I checked my phone and saw a message from my neighbor. She was asking if everything was okay because Monty had apparently been barking non-stop. That's when I realized Monty wasn't in my room anymore. I went downstairs and found him at the patio door, just barking hysterically. Suddenly, the motion sensor light in the backyard flicked on, and there he was, the same man from the forest, standing in my backyard. I instantly stepped back from the door and texted 911. I grabbed the machete I keep under my bed for emergencies, locked myself in my bedroom with Monty, and waited. Those minutes felt like hours. All of a sudden, Monty lunged at the bedroom door, barking so violently it shook the frame. A shadow passed under the door. I was sure he was about to break in, but he never did. When the police finally arrived, they found the patio glass completely shattered. The backyard gate, which leads straight into the forest, was wide open. They figured he escaped back into the woods. I never heard anything from the police after that. Since that night, I don't walk the forest trails anymore. I stick to the roads. And I still wonder, if I could hear normally, would I have realized he was there sooner? Or was he already watching me long before I ever even noticed him? Thanks for listening. Stay safe out there.